we have here our photoionizing detector, which is reading currently 0.0 parts per million. We have our Kestrel, which is measuring a temperature currently of 37.5.6 degrees. We have 3 separate bags of the best Fairbanks snow we could come up with for today. And so these bags are registering 0.0 on the VOCs. Last bag. 0.0 down in the snow on the VOCs. We also have a small little eyedropper that has diesel fuel in it. This diesel fuel is actually a little weathered, but you can see just at the tip of the eyedropper, it's reading about 130, 140 parts per million. So what we're gonna do is mark. Alright, so what we're gonna do is mark each bag with a 1, a 2, and a 3. And then we're going to take our eyedropper of diesel fuel and put, it's going to be hard to see, 1 drop in the 1, 2 drops in the 2, and 1, 2, 3, 3 drops in the 3. We're going to let it soak in for a few moments. Also, it'll give our air monitor a chance to clear. I overexposed it when I sniffed the little eyedropper. Actually, I'll pull that eyedropper away from the table so that it doesn't interfere. Okay, so we have our air monitor. It's currently reading 0.6, 0.8 above the bags. So the first bag, which was number 1, at the ice level is reading, that's hard to see here, it's reading 67 at the highest. That was bag 1. This is bag 2. And at the ice layer, about 90, 109, 106, 119, 126 was about the highest I saw. So that's bag 2. Bag 3, as you can see here. Bag 3 at the ice layer. And this is within where we drop the diesel, somewhere in here. If I can find where the diesel actually went in, you can see it's reading 38 there. There we go. 189, 248, and climbing. I don't want to go too high. So you can see just a few drops can read very, very high. So what I'm going to do is just close the bag long enough to mix the snow up within the bags. And this is a gallon bag, Ziploc bag. So open it up, let it sit for a few moments while it airs out. Our air monitoring, or our air monitors down to approximately 1.5 parts per million. So mix our snow up, make a little divot in it for the air monitor. And now at the snow layer, we are getting 41, 44, 45, 47, 50, 52. So somewhere around 52 with how this was shook up. Let's try it again. Mixing it up a little bit. I made a little hole in there, divot in there. It's 110, 150, 179. So 179 was the highest I saw on bag 3. That was 3 drops. I'm going to set that one off to the side. I'm going to mix up bag number 2 with 2 drops in it. Trying to do a fairly good job of mixing it up. Let it air out for a moment. Make a divot. Which the only reason why we make the divot was just to get a better representation of what we had done in the field. So here, 64 was the highest I saw. Right now it's at 52, 55, 57, 54. Once again, 2 drops. Let's take this one from the side of the bag, not straight down. So we're reading a 4.2, 3.8. So now sticking it in the bag. 44, 60, actually that 64, that's reading about as high as the other, right down the center. There, I just tore a hole in the side of the bag, but I put a hole on the other, or a divot on the other side. 33, 36, 39, 40, 41. So roughly 41. That was with 2 drops. All right, set that one off to the side. This is bag number 1. Bag number 1, sealed it up, mixed it up. And the whole idea behind mixing these bags up is just to show, for a gallon Ziploc, you can see that's a very full Ziploc, for a gallon Ziploc worth of full fuel, how far it can actually spread out amongst the fuel, or amongst the snow, and really a little, even as much as a drop can go a long ways. So right now our air monitor was reading 1.1 when I picked it up. Without doing a divot or anything, just holding it, the width, or half the diameter of the filter that's on the front of it, getting 10, 11, 15, 15.9 was the highest I saw there. Now, if I make a divot down in there, like what we did for our sampling, to get down farther into the snow, 57, 86, 77, 78. So let's Let's try the side of the snow. So 55, 59. So that was one drop, gave us 59. So just to show, trying to mix this up and be representative, I'm going to dump out part of bag 1 onto a plate and just let that sit for a second. Our air monitor's down to 1.5, 1.4. So now let's survey the width. The width of a filter, I'm getting about 1.1. Let's dig down into the snow a little bit. 4.2, 6.7, 8.9, 10, 11, 12.6, 13.5. Dig more, and that's on the side of the filter, not actually at the inlet, so it doesn't connect. .8, 5.9. There. .8, 9.9, 11.2, 12.4, 13.7 was about the highest. 14.8, 15.5. So even a little bit of the snow that was mixed up, I'd say fairly well, out in the open, not contained within the bag. .7 was the highest there. So you can see it's vaporizing off. So put that back in bag 1. Sample the plate. We're getting about, we can see it here, 5.6. So about the same contact with the plate. The same level of VOCs coming off it as there was on the snow. Let's go back to bag 3, and haven't done anything with it other than just let it sit there and air out. .67. So that is just sitting there in air, just airing out. Granted, the bag is a little high, so it could be holding some vapors, but not a lot. There. There, folded the bag down a little bit. Our monitor's slowly coming down. It's 2.2. Let's just monitor this again. .33, 40.8, 45.7, 51, 52.8. So 52.8 was about the highest, depending upon where I move around. And I think it's important to show that when the tip is out of the snow, it's actually not in the bag and out of it, the device is actually coming down. So that's showing that we're not saturating it, that we're not cross-contaminating back and forth between bags, not representing higher than expected readings. So that is 1, 2, and 3 drops of diesel fuel, weathered diesel fuel, This fuel is about 6 months old or more, in a 1 gallon Ziploc bag of fuel.